Good morning, everyone. I'm just going live here on YouTube and also live on the Always Wolves TikTok. It is that time of the year. A little bit of excitement after the end of last year's Premier League season where the new Premier League fixtures are announced at 9 o'clock. And on the channel here, we're going to be reviewing and looking at these live. We're going to be analysing them, giving you all the key dates and giving you our honest opinion. And if you're joining us live on this morning, you can join us and give us your thoughts on the fixtures as well. We'll have a bit of a discussion, a bit of Wolves chat as well. And I'm delighted to be joined today by our producer, Emma.
Hello.
Who's also going to be giving you her thoughts on it. Now, just before you go, I need to get a little tissue because I've got a bit of hay fever.
Typical, isn't it? So disorganised. What can I say?
I'll tell you what, it's so warm, and I think it's the grass pollen this time of year. I get a little bit of sniffles. So, Miss Producer, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a bit warm.
Are you looking forward
It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
And now you're looking forward to the fixtures?
Of course.
Fantastic.
Find out what we're doing, where we're going.
Fantastic. Hello to everyone watching on TikTok as well. Thank you for joining us with the full videos over on the Always Wolves Fan TV YouTube channel. We'll put this out on podcast as well, so you'll be able to listen to it on the podcast if you need to. There'll be loads of you, of course, that'll be at work, that'll be at school, college, all of that, and watch it back as well. So that's fine. And if you're watching it back on the YouTube, make sure that you do leave your thoughts on the comment section. Let's get into the chat. Carl Whitehouse is here. Everyone looking forward to the fixtures. Yeah. Matthew says, good morning. It's that time of year. We've got loads of people saying good morning to all of us. Matthew's morning out. So loads of you already on. Andy Tyndall's in Southampton. So, guys, we've literally only got 10 minutes. I want to ask Emma, actually, first of all. Then I'm going to ask you guys and you guys over on TikTok. Sorry if I'm a little bit bugged up. It's just blooming out hay fever. I haven't had my tablet yet either, my antihistamine. I need to have that after this. So, yeah, the question is, Emma, are you excited? And who would you want first game of the season?
Well, I sort of hope we don't get a run at the beginning like we did last season.
God, it was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't the best. Personally, I'd like a nice away fixture, not for the first game, early on, where we can go away for the weekend while it's still summer. So Brighton, Bournemouth, I don't mind Sunderland, somewhere where we go the weekend away while it's still nice and we're not doing it in the depths of winter in the rain and the ice.
Yeah, that's the good look. Because like away fixtures are nice. We can do a weekend if they're very long trips, especially. Yeah. So a South Coast trip, early doors would be quite nice. Or if you're going to get Sunderland or Newcastle, that'd be quite nice to do that in the summer in the nicer weather as well. So absolutely. So you guys are on. I'm watching live here on YouTube and on TikTok. Who would you like to? Who would you like first match of the season? Let's get into that. Carl said the speculation that's been Man City. That's just no. Carl, I think that's just an old thing.
Speculation about Chelsea as well.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to know what that is now? So on TikTok, WWFC, Josh has said Villa at home. Maddie says, I thought I had an Asda uniform on. That's good. I like that, Maddie. Let's have a look. So Olive Farmer wants Liverpool at home, the champions at home. Let's have a look down on here. Sunderland away for Osmuggy on TikTok. Is I'm a Wolves fan in the northeast. Easy trip for him. Charlie, do you think Everton will beat Wolves? Well, West Ham away is Aaron. Let's have a look over here. Carl says, love Bournemouth at home. I'd like Bournemouth away, Carl. South or South Coast trip would be quite nice. Sunderland at home. Leeds at home. Oh God, remember we had Leeds away first match of the season last time they're in the Premier League. Matthew wants Manchester United at home.
That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, James on TikTok says Burnley at home. Jamie, Everton away early doors, see the nice new stadium. Actually, that's a very good point. Emma, the new stadium at Everton, I'm quite looking forward to that. Are you?
Yeah. They've got Roma, haven't they, in pre-season? As
Roma.
Stadium. Yeah, Everton, yeah. Playing AS Roma.
They've got Roma, interesting. Yeah, so Brighton in Southampton, interestingly, Southampton away he wants. So that's interesting. There's loads of different ones. Personally, I don't really mind. I don't mind if we get like a Liverpool, a Man City, an Arsenal at home first game of the season, because I just think it might be a good time to play them. First match, especially, or Chelsea.
Did we use that excuse last season when we had a really bad start? Oh, it's a good time to play it.
No, I think that was like we had 7 out of the top 8 in the first sort of 9 games last year, and I don't want that. I'm just thinking I just sometimes think like if Chelsea and Man City are coming off the back of the Club World Cup as well, one of them would be.
Yeah, I mean, it is just ridiculous what we ask of players.
It's really ridiculous that the things. Emma's frozen there. Look, she's You're there? No, she's back again, and she's frozen again.
Can you hear me there?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah,
that's all right then. As long as you can hear me, that's fine.
Matthew said he don't mind a game on a Friday night. Oh yeah, that's another thing. 215 games now on Sky next year at 128. Does that mean there's going to be more fixture disruption? Emma?
Potentially, yeah. But I think we have enough fixture disruption anyway. I think it's something that we've got to get used to, and we are used to. If you want the money from the television, we've got to accept, that we're going to have Friday night games and Monday night games. Yeah, it's a pain for the travelling fans, and every time I see it, I think, oh, blinking heck. But football needs the television revenue. It's a big part of the income.
It is. Rebecca wants Tottenham away. Any more advances on the TikTok? We've got quite a few people watching on TikTok. Thank you for joining us, TikTok guys. You can obviously hear me. You'll be able to hear the producer in the background. If you want to see the full video, it is on the YouTube channel. Guys, if you're new, hit that. If you're enjoying the fact that we're doing this live, please, for you this morning, early doors, hit the like button. That helps us appreciate what we're trying to do for you guys. And obviously, we'd love if you'd subscribe to us on TikTok or on, of course, the Always Wolves YouTube channel. We're getting close to 10,000 on TikTok, so that would be amazing if you could help us out, subscribe over there. And you TikTok guys, give us a subscribe over on the YouTube channel as well. We're just over 36,600 on YouTube as go, and we've only got 18 likes on the live at the moment. Come on, we can get to 100. I know we can. Carl says, yeah, we don't want a difficult start. And like Andy Tyndall says, yeah, 215 games of Sky are evenly distributed, not Liverpool or Man City any game. That's true. And yeah, so like we're literally only 5 minutes away as we record this from knowing who Wolverhampton Wanderers are going to face first match of the season. The key dates for me, Emma, I don't know whether you agree with this, the first fixture, your first away fixture, your first home fixture, the Christmas and New Year's fixtures. Who are you going to be?
They have said over that busy Christmas period, no team will play.
You're breaking up again, Emma.
I don't know what I can do about that.
Yeah, I don't know why your internet's so glitchy.
I don't know if it is me or if it's you.
Pardon?
I don't know if it's me or you because you kept freezing.
I can't hear you. Completely gone. I'm back. Hello.
Am I there?
Hello. Can you hear us on the chat? Hello. It's we've been cut off on the. Can you hear us? Can you hear me on the chat, please? Emma's completely gone. Emma's back.
Apparently, it's you, not me. It's you that keeps freezing.
Okay, I'm gonna you carry on talking. I'm just gonna drop my reset my internet. You keep talking, okay?
Okay. Well, I can hear both of us, they're saying. Okay. Anyway, I was just saying, they have said that over the Christmas period, no team is going to play a game within 60 hours of another game. But 60 hours is still a fairly quick turnaround. But obviously, there's also no Christmas Eve fixtures like we played Chelsea, which I think is a good thing. I think a lot of people have got a lot of other things that they can be doing at Christmas. But yeah, I think the Christmas fixtures are going to be an important one. As is the last game of the season.
As is the last game of the season. Now, as we do this as well, Emma might be just doing a quick social to put a post onto the on things. So we're trying to multitask whilst we're doing this. We're literally 2 minutes away from knowing who Wolverhampton Wanderers are going to get in their opening match of the season. And we're really looking forward to finding that out, guys. I hope you're excited. It sets our season up. Who are we going to get first game at home? Who are we going to get first game of the season? Who are we playing last match? The last match is home and away. When do we play Aston Villa? When have we got the newly promoted clubs? When are we playing the champions? Oh, it's all interesting. We're up to 26 likes live. Thank you for that. We're joined, loads of you joining on over on TikTok as well. Fantastic. I am so excited. Who are we going to get? We're going to find out really soon. The road trip. Pardon?
I've set my alarm for 9 o'clock.
Here we go. We're 1 minute out. The fixtures are coming out soon. We will put them on the screen and we will talk through them. Absolutely, we will. We just can't find. Oh, I'm just looking forward. I hope you guys are excited now. We've got over 100 watching live as well, on 150 watching live across all. The fixtures are going to be out. We're going to break every single one down for you guys. We're going to talk to you guys live on TikTok, live on YouTube about it. I just can't wait. We are literally waiting for that clock to tick to 9 o'clock or at 8:59 as we're recording this. Come on, couple of minutes to 1 minute to go, and the fixtures will be out.
Oh, here we go. It's 9 o'clock.
Here we go. It's 9 o'clock. Come on, let's publish those fixtures for us. We're just waiting for it to update. Oh, come on. Don't shout out in the chat.
2025-26 Wolves fixtures are out.
Yeah.
And it is Manchester City, I think. I can't see the...
Here they go. First matches of the season. Wolves are at home at 5:30 to Manchester City. Wolves have a home game against Manchester City. I'll just talk for a little bit on that whilst Emma puts that one out.
I can't get it up. I haven't got the fixtures.
It's Manchester City at home. It's on the BBC thing. The first fixtures: Liverpool play Bournemouth on the Friday night, Villa Newcastle, Brighton versus Fulham, Forest versus Brentford, Sunderland West Ham, Tottenham versus Burnley, and it's a 5:30 kickoff for Wolverhampton Wanderers at home at Molineux against Manchester City. Then the Sunday it's Chelsea Palace, Man United, Arsenal, Leeds, Everton. So those are the opening day's fixtures. I'm going to be going through all of these. Emma's just going to put that out on the social, and we're going to give you a list of all of the fixtures that we are playing. So, Wolves have done a very interesting graphic there, but let's go through with it for you. I'm going to put it on the screen, and we are going to go through it. So let me just present this onto the screen for you. I've also done a very interesting little graphic, as you can see. So let's start with August the 16th. It is Manchester City at home. And Emma, we have our wish. It's an away game on the South Coast on the 23rd of August against Bournemouth. Against Bournemouth. How good's that? So that's that's a nice away trip.
Yeah, because we always draw these seaside towns, in the dead of winter. So who wants to go to the seaside in the dead of winter?
Bournemouth away. The last match of the season will be away to Burnley. I've got to wait what's that lady's name? They're that's at Burnley that went viral. What's her name? Can't think of her name. But anyway, we've got to wait for an away fixture to Burnley, last match of the season. And our last home fixture is against Fulham. Let's have a look at when we play over Christmas. So we have got Brentford at home on the 20th, Liverpool away on the 27th, Manchester United away on the 30th, and then the first game in the new year we're at home to the Hammers. Let's have a look at when we play Aston Villa. So our first game against Villa is on the 29th of November, and that is away. And then we play Villa at home on the 28th of February. 28th of February. So have you put the social out,
No, not yet. I'm still working on it.
She's still working on it. Okay. So, guys, whilst Emma's doing that, I'll just drop her off for a second. And then she can come back and we can talk about that. Let's have a look at you guys. Carl, what are you thinking about the first game of the season? Ryan Aït-Nouri coming back to Wolves to play at Molineux in his first game. What do you think about that? Carl wants to know who the second game in January is. That's Everton away, which will be the first visit to their new stadium, which is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. United twice in December. Yes, that's correct. Because we play United on the Manchester United. We play Manchester United on the 6th of December and we play them on the 30th of December. Now, there is a lot of caveats with this. Of course, these are the planned fixtures, but they will be obviously subject to removal and moving. Subject to moving. So I'm just checking on the Always Wolves socials. Emma will give me. How are you getting on, Em?
I'm done. I've just posted.
You posted the fixtures.
But I haven't actually had a chance to look at the fixtures because I've been doing that.
Okay, well, let's get your analysis.
I haven't actually looked at the fixtures.
Okay, well, go on the Wolves website. It's on the screen as well for you.
Okay, let me go back to the screen.
So, what's your take on the opening match? 5:30 kickoff against Manchester City.
I think you're right. It is a good time to play them. It'll be on the television. Aït-Nouri will be coming back. Whether Pep Guardiola made the same mistake he did with Nunes, I don't know. But I don't think Aït-Nouri will get the same sort of reception as Nunes, so I don't think that's such an issue.
That's a good point. Next up, we have Bournemouth away, South Coast tour.
Nice weekend. Is that bank holiday? Is that bank holiday weekend or is the Everton one the bank holiday weekend?
I don't know. Hold on. I'll have a look. It's the 25th. It's the bank holiday.
Oh, yes. So that's bank holiday weekend as well for the Bournemouth one.
That's great. Everton at home on the 30th of August.
Yeah.
Then Newcastle away on the 13th of September.
after the international break. That's reasonable, I think.
Another. That's a North Coast tour. North Coast
Yeah.
thing. We're home to Leeds on the 20th.
Yeah. We've
Then
got quite a mix in these first 6 games, though, haven't we?
It's a lot better mix than we had the
Yeah.
start of last season. Tottenham
Yeah.
Hotspur away on the 27th of September.
Nice stadium.
Yeah, nice stadium. Then we've got Brighton at home, and then it's another.
Sunderland away.
It's Sunderland away, which is not too bad. October, so because you can get some nice weather in October, so that could be 3 weekends.
One each month.
One each month for the first 3 months when the decent weather. Burnley at home on the 25th. We've got Fulham. Then we've got a couple of away games. Fulham away on the 1st of November. Chelsea away on the 8th. We've got the Eagles of Palace on the 26th, 22nd. Then we've got Aston Villa. So we've got 3 away days in November. 3 away games.
That happened last time, didn't it? No, I think, was it October? It was in November. We had like nearly all away games.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh says the December run is quite tough on TikTok.
We've got 2 away games for Boxing Day and New Year.
Yeah, so let's look at December. Let's look at December. Forest at home.
That's really disappointing. That is.
What? Oh yeah.
Boxing Day and New Year fixtures are both away. Well, okay, the 3rd of January is at home.
Yeah, well, that's sometimes how it goes, isn't it? It's Liverpool and
Christmas week. It'd be nice.
I'm not being funny, but you could get an Airbnb and do Liverpool then Man United. You know what I mean? Because they're both sort of that north sort
We're
of
not
thing.
that far away, though, are we?
They're not too far away. They are. They're not. It's not like they're long trips, are they? So look, Forest at home on the 3rd, Man United at home on the 6th, Mateus Cunha coming home. Arsenal away, Brentford at home, Liverpool away, Man United away. So I mean, they're saying that's a difficult month, but okay.
Yeah, it is a difficult month.
It is, but you know,
Manchester United home and away in the same month.
We do have Manchester United home and away in the same month. Let's just have a look at what thingy. 26, good point, Emma. I don't think we should boo Ran. He's been a good for Wolves over the season. I don't think he will. I think he'll get a decent reception. Rebecca says Tottenham away on her birthday just before she goes to Australia. 5 home games in the first 10 fixtures. Well, I would hope so. And not too far to travel to think. Let's go back to the.
We were on January now.
January, West Ham at home. I'm looking forward to Everton on the 7th, Emma, because that's the new stadium. Is it Stanley Park or whatever? So I'm looking forward to that. Bramley Moor Dock, sorry. Yeah, well done. Bramley Moor Dock. So I'm looking forward to that. I was hoping to get Everton a little bit earlier there, but I'll take that. Early January, go into the new stadium. So that'd be nice. Home to Newcastle on the 17th. I'm guessing there's a gap there because of the FA Cup 3rd round in January. Yeah. Then we've got Newcastle. Then we've got Manchester City away.
Yeah.
Then we've finished the month of January with a home game against Bournemouth. So there's again a nice little mixture there. On February, home game to Chelsea. Then we go to the City Ground on the 11th. Then we've got that Palace one, which generally, if we can get away, we're not going to, we will. Palace.
We're not Palace fans, are we?
It's not about the fans. It's
about Selhurst Park, isn't it?
It's an absolute nightmare to get to. Guys on TikTok, how are you reacting to these? How are you guys reacting to these announcements, fixtures? Alan says Andy says a nice easy 6 points off Man United in December. Lol. Brian's only going to miss 2 home games whilst he's at the Ashes. Brentford. Oh yeah, he's going to the Ashes. There we go. And then if we look at
March is tough again. Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah, but they are at home, Emma.
Yeah,
they are home games. They're at Molineux. So Liverpool and Arsenal at home.
April's a bit better.
Pardon?
April's a little bit better.
April's quite good, yeah. So West Ham away, Leeds away. Which I mean, Leeds is always going to be a tough game. Tottenham at home. And then you've got an interesting one. We've got Newcastle at home. And that could, you know what?
Sunderland. Newcastle.
It is Newcastle. And a potential away weekend to Brighton in May.
That's reasonable.
South Coast tour again. Fulham at home. And we've finished the season with an away day against Burnley.
We might need something.
Yeah, a nice back.
We might need something you don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd expect probably Burnley and Leeds to be, and Sunderland, you'd say, but like we've got Leeds and Burnley away right at the end of the season. You'd expect those will probably be down the bottom games. So, yeah, I mean, what's your reaction on the chat? And TikTok, what's your I got someone here, got to be a relegation for you. Like, no, I don't think so. We're going to be pushing Europe next year. You wait and see. The plans are in place. They're already afoot. Trust me when I say that next season is going to be a very different season for Wolverhampton Wanderers in terms of where they're going to be fighting. How are you feeling about the fixtures, Emma? What you feel about them?
I think we've got a better running than last season. I think there's nothing to complain about really until they get moved.
Yeah, Andy Tyndall says better balance of games, so hope we can get some points and momentum early doors. That's a good question. Good point from. Actually, you say that, Joe. We have 4 away double fixtures, only 1 home double fixture. That's not actually true, is it? Because if you actually look at the December fixtures, that's December the 3rd and 6th. That's a home double, and then what you're not noticing is in the January the 31st and February the 7th. That's a home double, and then you've got February the 28th. And March the 4th, that's a home double. And then you've got April the 25th and May the 2nd, that's a home double. So there is 4 home doubles. So what you're not taking into account is the end of the month and the beginning of the month, if that makes sense. Brian said, coming in here, immediately got an opportunity to show Ryan Aitner he should have stayed. Well, or he could show us the difference. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what would you rate the fixtures balance out of 10 this year, Em?
I think they're reasonably balanced. I don't think you've got any cause for complaints, really. Nothing stands out.
Yeah, I think they're quite well balanced. There's a guy on Thingy Gamer says I'm also buying any. We sold a lot, but no, mate. The first signing's happening in the next 24, 48 hours, mate. I don't know if you've been watching, but we're about to sign Fer Lopez. That's already been agreed. It's only the medical they're waiting for. Which is supposed to be today. There is players coming in. They're not doing this. I've said it before. They're not doing this restructure. With the leadership team, and then there's nothing happening. There's players coming in, so stop panicking. Honestly, the people out they go like that's you're panicking. 24/8 says better fixtures this season. Let's hope we can have a decent transfer window. Bearing in mind this is Burnley and Leeds, the stronger teams coming up in the Championship this season. Absolutely correct, Mundo. I'm just going to drop the stop sharing the screen for a second, Emma. So yeah, look. as far as I'm concerned, I'm quite happy with that mixture. I think if you're going to give it a rating out of 10 for balance, I don't really think we can complain. I think the balance of the fixtures, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Personally, I just think it's a nice balance. It's a decent mixture. It's not like it's very varied. I'm quite happy with the fixtures for us, how it's panned out. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I don't think you could get much more perfect than that. The only thing that I would make it more perfect for me would be if we had a home game last match of the season. That would probably.
I do like a home game on the last match.
Yeah, because like being at home at Molineux would be
But
great.
we have got Burnley, so we can go to the cricket club and have a pie.
Yeah, I can meet. It's Anne, isn't it? We can meet Anne.
That's it.
We can meet Anne at the cricket club. So look, let's see what the ratings are out of 10 in the chat. Carl's giving it an 8 out of 10. What's your rating, Emma?
I think it's an 8 out of 10. It's decent. There's nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
There's nothing really positive, but they're all tough fixtures.
Yeah, well, ever you're going to play them. It's just that you ain't got an absolute nightmare opening like we did last season.
I'm just not a fan of having the 2 away games in the Christmas week.
Yeah.
I know they're not that far, but I'd rather have had one of those as a home game.
I mean, from my point of view, we are, but it's only Liverpool and Manchester United.
It's not down for Boxing Day, is it? It's down for the 27th at the moment.
Well, it is, yeah. And don't forget as well, I mean, this reason why I'm giving it a 9, you've got, whilst the weather's nice, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Sunderland, away weekends potentially, whilst the weather's decent. And then the other one, South Coast, Brighton, is in May. So in terms of like those longer trips, they are longer trips whilst the weather's fairly decent. The other trip, I mean, Fulham's a bit of a pain, always a bit of a pain to get to, Craven Cottage. But, you know, the longer trips are not too bad, really. So Sunderland away, Newcastle away, September and October. I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, Palace isn't last match of the season, which is one like you need to go, you have to go. That's always the one that I think. Well, I'm not sure about whether I want to talk about with that. Depends on how it pans out. But I'm quite happy. I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 because I'd say the only thing that I'm really not happy with or would have improved it would have been a home game at the end of the season. Matthews. Joe's gone for.
I don't think you can have both, can you? I don't think you can have a home game at the beginning and at the end.
Yeah, you can if you're Liverpool, Manchester City, or generally. I think it has happened because we've had an away game and at the start of the season, an away game to finish. I
don't think you can finish on two home games, can you?
In a row, no.
Last two.
Joe says, I think they are the best ones since we've been in the Premier League for the first time at a home game. 9 out of 10. Let's have a look here. Matthew's going to give it an 8 out of 10. I'm disagreeing with you. Trudy says, sorry, I'm a bit late. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. What we're giving it on the TikTok? Give the rating on a TikTok. Just got off the phone since I'm just having a look. Paul tapping. I think Paul Michael's given it a 6 on TikTok. We've got 2648 Anil who's given it a 9, so he's happy. Brian has gone for a 10 out of 10 in December. We're looking at 10 out of 10. That's a good point. In December, we were looking at Championship football for the season upcoming, so he's well happy. So if you've got any questions for me and Emma, Wolves related, our producer, now's your time to fire them over for the last 10 minutes of this podcast. And the first question that we have, Emma, how many points do you think we will get in the first 10 games?
Blinky there. What a question.
What a question.
I have to pull up the fixtures to have a look at that.
Yeah, first 10 games.
I can't. Here's the fixtures. Oh no! Why does Twitter do that?
What's it done?
You know what? You know when you open Twitter up,
Yeah.
and I've just seen the Wolves tweet, so I want to look at the fixtures. I click on it, but the page refreshes, and I end up with something else. Anyone else have this problem with Twitter?
It's called X now, by the way.
Oh, all right. It's
Oh,
still
look,
Twitter.
we're going for some points here. So, like,
so what have we got? We've
Gabriel's
got
going for
City at
18
home,
points.
Bournemouth away. I don't know. How many points do you reckon we're going to get? Between 8 and 10, I reckon. In the first couple of months.
Well, the first 10 fixtures.
First 10.
10 fixtures. I'm going.
That takes us right into November. That's too many fixtures.
I'm going to go with 17 points. I'm going with 17. Let's have a look. I could go 30 because we could win all first 10 games. That would be funny.
I'll go 30. Yeah.
Brian says an easy 30-point start for him. Lol. Carlos has got 24 points. I love it. The optimistic. 18 points would be a good start. Yeah, 18 would be roundabout nice. So
it is really hard to say until we know what we bring in. I just hope we bring in some experience as well as promising talent.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So
yeah, I'm sure Pereira will be very aware of that. Pardon?
How many points are you going with?
I'll go 15.
15 points, okay. 1.5 points a game, that is.
Oh, that's probably quite high then.
No, that's not high. Why can't we do that? We won 6 games in a row under Pereira. I think we could easily, from those fixtures, we should easily be getting between 16 and 20 points for me off that. Question from Andrew Chris. If you've got any questions for the on the TikTok as well, you can bank some questions for us. That would be amazing. So Andrew Chris wants to know, where do you think we'll finish placement-wise? This is obviously very early doors.
Mid-table.
Mid-table, so what, 10th?
Yeah. What do you think?
At this, if you were to ask me right now, without any signings...
Oh, gosh.
If you were asking me to right now without any signings, I think, again, we'd be like down the bottom because we've lost all the creativity. But with the signings that I think they'll make, and from what I have kind of been told is the ambition. I mean, you saw Andre talking about yesterday. I've heard it from other sources. I really, really believe, and you call me whatever you want, but I really believe that Wolves are going full out to get Europe next season. I really think.
I think they are too.
That's the plan. They won't say it. They won't come out and say that's the aim.
Well, Matt Hobbs said it last summer. And
we're not talking about last summer. We're talking about this year.
So that's why they won't come out and say it.
Well, no, they won't. But Andre's referred to it in a recent interview on the thingy. I've heard from a different source, of someone that would know what the kind of plan is, from talking to someone that's very, very close to the board, that the aim is to push for Europe. So I think we will be pushing for a top 7 finish next year, but the fallback position will be mid-table. I also think the reason for that is that the 150th anniversary of Wolverhampton Wanderers is the year after next, and they will want to be in Europe for the 150th anniversary. I think there's a plan this year. There's money to spend, that Vitor is taking the lead, the management restructure. Everything that I'm seeing points towards that there's going to be major investment in the squad this season. in bringing the players in Vitor Pereira once. We're going to see the first one of those start very, very soon with Lopez. So if they bring in the signings, and I'm talking 4 or 5 top quality signings to bolster the squad. Obviously, there's still a few more that'll go out that are sort of like not main. The 2 main ones that have gone out are Cunha and Ryan Aitner and Sarabia, aren't they? I mean, they're the 3 main ones. You might see Conchalo Guedes, Wang, Fabio Silva go, but I wouldn't say that they were playing a lot anyway. I think we will see 4 or 5 key signings: a left-sided centre back, another midfielder. Semedo is up in the air because if he stays, I think that's really good. Otherwise, we're going to have to bring in someone on that side.
It looks like we are offering the most money, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they have offered him a 4-year contract. So the wing backs and the forwards, if they get all that right, then I really think. But honestly, I think it could even be 5 or 6 players that we bring in. There's money to spend. They're not going to spend 40 million on one player, but you're going to see players that are going to be coming in between that 5 to 25 million pound mark, I think. We know that there's money to spend. They're not going to spend everything in December, in the summer window, because they will always keep stuff back for January. But I think with the people say, "Oh, some fans say we're a selling club, Dave, we're a selling club." Ryan Aitner, we've had for 5 years. 5 years. He was a nobody when he came. Matheus Cunha, he just wanted to go. Ryan Aitner has had the opportunity to go and play for City. Is Celta Vigo a selling club because we're buying their player?
But the other thing is, it's the message it sends to players coming in is that if you do well, we will allow you to move on and progress your career. Because most young men, let's face it, want to progress their career.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, Neves was 5 years. If you get a footballer to stay for 3 to 5 years, that's about how long they stay at a club. It's gone are the days when you have a bully that stays forever. It's all about if the contract's running down, they've got a year to go, and someone comes in with good money, they're going to go. Let's just have a look at the chats again. So Brian said to be happy within 10th to 14th, and we've got to certainly start moving forward. I think they'll be aiming for higher than that. If we do sign Guedes from Nice, January has to be a slight confirmed for the AFCON. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I'm sure they'll plan for that. And to be fair, he said that their nations have got to qualify for the African Cup of Nations as well. Any news on the 150th anniversary shirt, mate? You're not going to lose any. You're not going to hear anything on the 150th anniversary shirt until next season. I think there is another meeting scheduled for September where they'll be talking about materials and stuff, but we're not going to get to see it. Says I really hope so, Dave. This is 2648. We deserve a push for Europe. We need a few decent established signings. Get on a plane and sign Gusond. Gusond, yeah. Carl wants to know, do you think we're going to have a squad that's going to have a mixture of young and experienced players? Carl, we already have a squad that's a mixture of young and experienced players.
I think that's the norm, isn't it, really?
You have to. And let's face it, Vitor Pereira likes wearing with the youth. We can use the youth as and when needed. He wants to bed some. He's already said that who's the player, the young lad that's going to be part of the squad for next year?
Matheus Mane.
Yeah, him. David Rees says we've lost 2 qualifiers. I think we'll sign more work-like players with pace, which makes us better all-round team. Absolutely. So yeah, look, at the end of the day, the Wolverhampton Wanderers, it's a much better start to the season than last year. I'm feeling a lot more positive because we've got a manager that is totally committed to the club. I never felt Gary O'Neill was fully committed because he never travelled. We've got
No, he did travel. He didn't move.
Well, yeah.
He commuted.
He commuted. We've got a complete reshuffle at the leadership team, which signals to me intent. That ain't happening. There is all this in the leadership team is not happening unless there's clear intent. Clear intent. That's what the message that it sends to me, because the Domenico Tetti coming in, the restructure, Vitor having a lot more of a managerial thing rather than a head coach, and having a say on players. That shows to me that there is a clear intent. The first signing is about to happen. They're going after other players. It'd be funny to see, are we a buying club now because we're buying players? We're not a buying club. We're not a selling club. We are a trading club. The key is you have to trade within your means, and you have to trade smart and well. And the teams that do that the best are going to be successful. Bournemouth actually, and also Brighton are very good examples of that in recent years. So look, I think that's it. Ron Johnson says a new season, new outlets, positive, come on Wolves. But we will put this with a caveat that Vitor has to be backed, Emma.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think he will this season. All the signs are there that Fosun have listened. We've had 2 escapes. Lopetegui come in and saved us. Pereira come in and saved us. They won't want to be doing that again. They're not stupid. They'll know if you play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Well, let's face it. If you keep, let's look at it: 7th, 10th, 13th, 14th, 16th. That trend is a downward trend. If you keep skating around that drain pipe, eventually you're going to get sucked in. Like someone said, the team's coming up a lot stronger. If you stand still in the Premier League, you go backwards. The worry is we've lost a lot of creativity in terms of goals scored with assists and goal interactions with Cunha and Ryan Ait-Nouri. However, we do have players that can step up, and if they bring the right players in the right areas, then it's not about individuals, it's about a team. And the one thing I will say, when Cunha was out the team for those 4 games suspended, we won 3 and drew 1. So Vitor Pereira is going to be working on making the sum of the parts stronger by having a better team. And I think he's not the sort of person that chops and changes a lot in terms of the style of play. So the players will hopefully build a confidence. The players that he brings in are going to be to fit the system and the way he wants to play. And it's exciting. So it's going to be a long summer. I just hope that they get these players sorted and all the transfer dealing done, ready for the start of pre-season, Emma, so that they can have a proper strong pre-season and come out flying.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and Manchester City, 5:30 kickoff, live on the TV.
They're going to be worried about this one. Coming to Wolves, first match of the season, they're going to be worried.
Yeah, off the back of the Club World Cup. Off the back of the Club World Cup. To be honest, we don't have a bad record against City, and I think playing them first match of the season at home, after they've done the Club World Cup and they've hardly had a break, I think it's a great time to play them. And I think Molineux will be well up for it. There'll be lots of positivity for the start of the new season. And, it's going to be, the prime match on the weekend's fixtures for that day. So it's going to be a worldwide audience that's going to watch that. And we can make a statement on that first game of the season. So why not? Why not indeed? Ryan Ait-Nouri, he'll get a good warm welcome. But it felt like he's not left. It's like he's left. And his first game's at Molineux. Crazy, isn't it? Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for joining us over here on Always Wolves Fan TV. If you're watching this back on Catch Up, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. That would be absolutely fantastic, and I will read those and reply to them. Let me know your thoughts on the fixtures, how many points we're going to get the first few games, any fixtures that stands out for you, where you think we're going to finish this season. And of course, thank you ever so much for the guys that have joined us live on TikTok as well. Much appreciated it. And this
Bring
will
it
also
on.
bring it on. This will get put out on the podcast for you as well later on today, as for those of you that have got the Always Wolves podcast as well. And there might be a few little clips that we'll do for the shorts and things like that. But thank you ever so much for joining us live. An early morning show after breakfast. The fixtures that are announced. We know who Wolves are going to get. Keep the faith, keep believing, and always Wolves.
Always Wolves.